Okay. All right. So tonight I don't have a hardcore topic to talk about, but I just wanted to, and I'm really mad that I forgot my notebook because I had like all my notes in there from stuff, but that just tells you that my head is like not not totally with it. But well, I don't have anything like super on the agenda tonight. Just kind of wanted to chat about the health bet, and then also just about the challenge group coming up, and kind of some ways that I'm thinking of promoting it and kind of bringing it to people, and then just kind of brainstorming some ideas together as well. But one of the things is like I said, I listened to the National Wake Up Call. I was making supper tonight, and it was really good. Like sometimes I listen to them and I'm like, oh, okay, like cool. Like that was, it was nice to hear from a top coach, but that was not really anything that I could take away from. And this guy, his name was Jimmy something. He's like one of the founding coaches of Beachbody. Like he's been around since 2007. So he's been around for a long time. And his story was about like he did one of the first Shaun T programs, and how like Shaun gives you a break and he's like, okay, 1, 2, 3. And it was talking about like taking the break, and usually people at the 3, then they're like, oh, can you take a break? But that's like right when you should start again. And so he was talking about like ending the year strong, pushing into 2017 and everything, and just about some of the things that you can do now to start pushing forward. And he's like, you can't have that mentality of I'll just wait till after the holiday because people are going to tell me no. It's like you got to start now with these conversations, and then that way you continue to show up every single day. There's 20 days. Well, now there's 19 days left in December, and you start those conversations, and he's like, and this was yesterday, so like he was saying 20. He's like, so what if you had 10 conversations a day with people? He's like, that's 200 people that you would have, like, not even inviting, just having discussions with, like, hey, what are your plans for Christmas? Hey, what, like, it's freezing here, so talking about the freaking weather and how cold it is, like just having conversations with people. And I've noticed that too with myself, just trying to reach out to more people. And it's amazing how much people truly do see your posts, like, and just know that when you are messaging them, like you show up on their newsfeed more too. Megan and I have had that discussion before, talking about like the algorithms, and I'm like, Megan's stuff always shows up on my newsfeed like right away, because like we're always commenting back and forth on each other's stuff, or we're sending each other Facebook messages. So, like her stuff is always showing up on mine. And other people too, like show up on my feed and stuff. So just think about if you were to have 10 conversations, just conversations with people, that would put your market at 200 people between now and the end of the year, and now it'd be 190 unless you talk to 20 people tonight. But, just starting conversations and getting people going, and then they're going to start seeing your stuff. I've had so many people that I haven't talked to since like August or September. And, I just sent them a message like, hey, I haven't talked to you forever. Like, what's new? How's it going? And every single one of them has been like, oh my gosh, I can't wait for your little guy to get here. I can't wait to see a picture of him. And it's like, I don't even know these people. I haven't talked to them since August or September, but it's like they're seeing my stuff, right? They're seeing what I'm doing, and they're like, I can't believe you're still working out. Like, that's crazy. Like, I need some motivation. Hello, like, let's go, let's talk, But that's what you have to do. You can't have that mentality of, and that's what he talks about in the National Wake Up Call. If you want people, and then if you listen to Raina Odell's call last night from Melissa too, she talked about this. And, if you want your challengers to get excited about something, like if you want them to love a program and to have results, like you have to look at yourself too. And you have to think, okay, am I loving what I'm doing? Like, am I loving the program? Am I sticking to it? And when she said that last night, it kind of hit me across the face, because I'm like, I really haven't been with a program for a couple months. And it's like the last 2 weeks is really when I've like hammered down on Country Heat, and I can just feel a difference with my challengers. Like I have 2 challengers that are doing Country Heat, and I can tell they're super into it because I'm into it. Like I'm doing it too. So just think about that too. If you want more from your challengers, if you want more push, more results, like look at yourself too and think, am I being excited about this? Am I reaching for those results? Am I finding recipes and making them and sharing with them? And then, those kind of things. So just like the last couple of days, the calls I've been listening to and stuff have just really been hitting me across the face. Like, yeah, this is totally you. Like, you haven't been doing this, and that's why you've been struggling. And this is something that you have to change if you want to move forward and you want things to continue and stuff. So anyways, moral of that whole story was, if you haven't listened to the National Wake Up Call yet, that's definitely one that I would listen to. He just re-talks about the vital behaviors, but just in a different way, in a way that kind of makes sense for pushing towards the end of the year. So I also have both of the recordings up. Megan shared the Royal Republic one, and then I found the Dream Team one later. So shared those in the team page. I always just copy them underneath the picture. I don't know. I think that's just the easiest way for me to do it, is just that way you can find them there. They're underneath the picture. I got about halfway through Melanie's call today, and they basically talked a lot about the health bet, which is starting January 9th is the first week where you start logging. The pot is at least $1 million or $2 million. With a maximum of 3, depending on how many challenge packs we sell between now and the end of the year. The FAQ, I had it written down, but I think it's like $14.29 or something like that. So definitely, if you did not participate in the last health bet, or you want to make sure you understand everything, definitely check out that FAQ, read through that, make sure you know what your challengers need to do, what's expected of them, and that kind of thing. So kind of, I guess we'll just go right into what kind of our plan is, or in terms of a group, and what I'm thinking is we aren't going to have another challenge group that really opens until the 26th of December. So after Christmas, that group will start. Mission Maintain, and then if you're in that December 5th 3-day refresh group, that group will go, both of those groups will go until the end of December. So yeah, we won't have another group that opens until the 26th. And so we're going to open that group up, but we are not going to kick off preseason until January 2nd. So what we're going to do that first week is Megan and I are going to go every other day, and we're going to share like just a little core workout, or like a wall sit challenge, or just something little to kind of get them going, get them excited, get them hyped up. And then January 2nd, we will officially start preseason. So then, that's when we'll do like those preseason posts and meal planning and goal setting and all those kind of things. And then by that time, and the reason why we're going to do this is because I didn't want the group just to start on January 2nd, because then I feel like that's a long time for you to wait to have something to put people into. But I also didn't want us to start the group, a week earlier than the health bet, and then have to have people post for 5 weeks. Not that they can't post for 5 weeks, but and I personally wanted somewhere where I could, like a specific date in December that I could tell people, because I'm still trying to get, X amount of people for the month of December. So I felt like we needed somewhere to put them, even if they weren't necessarily like starting the challenge right away. And even when they get their stuff, like there's no saying they can't start, once they get their pack or whatever. So starting the 26th through, I think about halfway through preseason, we're going to do like 12 days of Christmas. So we'll post like a different little mini workout for 12 days. And then that'll bring us right into about halfway through preseason. And then official workouts will start the 9th. And then go until February 5th, I think, is that Sunday. For the health bet, they have to post 5 Shakeologies and 3 workouts, and they have to have pictures. This Shakeology has to be a picture. They don't have to be in it. At least last time it didn't have to be their face. It just had to be their shake. The workout, I think, is optional. Yeah, but I know that your shake has to have a picture of it. And so then they have to do that for each of the 4 weeks in order to qualify. And, last time we only won like $14, $15, but still, that's how much, that's basically them getting their workout program for free if they get $10 to $15. So that's kind of our plan in terms of that, in terms of how the group's going to run. And then in January, we probably won't start another group until probably the end of January. I don't know, for some reason I've liked having a little bit of time between the groups. We've been talking a lot about how I feel like we're able to put more effort into the challenge groups when we don't have as many going. When there's 4 groups, I feel like, 1, I think people die off, and 2, I think coaches die off. And I've even noticed it, we're getting into the second week of this Mission Maintain, and I've noticed that even coaches are starting to die off. And especially after listening to Raina talk last night, the only way to move forward, the only way to succeed in this business is through their challenge groups, and is through like growing challengers to love their programs and love their results. And that comes from us. Like, that comes from us giving them valuable information and encouraging them and supporting them, even if they're not your freaking challenger. Like, every person in that group is a part of our team, is a part of in this realm, and they deserve to have support from me, from Megan, from Andrea, from Shannon, like everybody, no matter whose challenger they are. And I got that from Raina last night, and it spoke to me, and it's like, yeah, it doesn't matter. I can try and find 10 coaches to work the business. No, I need to find 10 challengers to get results, love the programs, just like every single one of you have done. And that's why you decided to coach, because you love the products, you wanted to work out, you wanted a transformation, you wanted accountability, blah, 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 everything that they need to get from the challenge groups. And I can definitely say it's getting better now, but I think, the last few months, they haven't been getting that. And I have had challengers die off. I have had challengers not stay consistent, not stay successful. I've had coaches not stay consistent and successful. And so I think if we can focus on running one awesome challenge group a month, rather than 2 or 3, like, let's just get as many people in here as we can, or transfer them over, really focus on having one awesome challenge group. And, if somebody purchases a challenge pack middle of the month, okay, stick them in the challenge group, but then you work with them, you catch them up to speed, you give them the preseason post, you tag them in them, then you work them through there. Your job as a coach isn't to stick them in a challenge group that myself or that Megan or whoever is running. Like, that's not your job. Your job is to put them in there, show up and support them, support everybody else, and we all move forward together. So I feel like that's been kind of happening a little bit too, is just, I have one challenger, so I'm going to stick her in here, and then I'm going to leave and not do anything and expect everybody else to check in with her and make sure that she's doing okay and support her and that kind of thing. So I think if we just can maybe focus on one awesome challenge group a month, and just and showing up every day, and making sure that answering questions if people have them, or just because I know, like, and you guys know it too, when somebody gives you an awesome comment, or just comment on your stuff, it makes you feel better. It makes you feel like you were worth it, especially for those new challengers, those beginning challengers. So especially in this health bet, because there will be, I remember from last time our health bet group, there was a ton of interaction because people want to win, so they're going to post and stuff. So just know that that's going to be big, and it'll be a big group and all those kind of things. So we actually have the group already open in the Challenge Tracker app. So maybe I'll put a post in the team page that you can, comment if you have challenges that need to be added in. Probably what we'll do is then add you as a coach. If you have challengers in there, add you as a coach, so that way you can add them, and then you're able to go in and check them and see how they're doing and that kind of thing. And since Megan set it up, you'll have to be the one to make them coaches. So we'll just make sure to get that taken care of and stuff, so that way you can add your people in and that kind of thing. So any questions or comments or thoughts on, kind of when we're going to start and the progression of how the group will go?
I was just going to say, I don't remember, I think it was Yeah, I don't remember. Okay, so I was listening to some sort of call. I don't remember whose it was, but this guy was talking about like, okay, so we check in with our challengers and whatever else, but maybe it was that girl,
Shelly?
Shelly Hobbs. Like she was saying that, if people don't participate at all for that week, like shooting them a message and saying like, like, hey, how's it going? All of this stuff, trying to reach out to them and talk to them. And then sending out a different message to those people who are kind of like mediocre to see how we can help them. And then sending a message out to those people who are like absolutely kicking ass and saying, oh my God, you're doing awesome. And like maybe trying to throw in like coaching a little bit to them. I thought that was a really good idea when I heard it. I was like, that's, multiplying what we're doing. But I was kind of wondering how to do that, because if we have 10 different coaches in there, like if I set the group up, then I'm assuming the email comes from, me, but I'm assuming I can put like from Kylie, Shannon, like put our names at the bottom of the email that we get sent out or something, or trying to send a general one that says like, hey, like, I see that, you haven't quite posted or been active in the challenge group. Is there something that we can help you with? Please reach out to your coach. Or I don't know. I just thought those were kind of cool ideas just to kind of send out more of an incentive, because I've had people, who are interested in coaching, they're like, oh, I love when people post on my picture every day. I want to do that for somebody. Like it's, emphasizing. I just didn't know how to do that because we're not each individually running our own.
But I think if you are put in as a coach, like you can go in and see everybody's stats. So then like you can go and check your individual challengers, or I can check my challengers, or Andrea can check hers. And then like if I have some gal that, hasn't posted, I know that I'm going to reach out and send her a message and say, hey, and to be honest, like at the beginning, I was using the messaging system through the app a lot, but now I've gotten more away from that. And I have just been sending like updates either through email or Facebook Messenger. So to be honest, like I haven't been utilizing the messaging option through the app as much as I could. But I like that idea too, like just being more aware and checking in before they completely fall off and stuff. But I think we can each still do it individually.
Okay. Because I just thought like, I know it's through the app and stuff, but I just feel like, because I was listening and she said some people just log their Shakeology and their workout and then they like go off of it because some people didn't even know there's a newsfeed. Some people don't know you can get emails. Some people don't know you can even, load certain stuff. And so I just thought that like if we were sending an email to them or something, or even if it's like a general one that we use like every week and send it out to everyone that's like, hey, week 2 is coming up. Is there anything we can help you with? Please reach out to your coach. Just a general one to kind of keep them going, because like I know like each coach is probably reaching out to their challenger and helping them, but just kind of like a, hey, we still care about you type of thing. Even if like things get busy, like let's say, like you have your baby or something and that email is getting sent out every week anyway. Like, so that really helps to build it, I guess.
I get what you're saying. And like kind of builds up that team aspect too,
Yeah.
If we each, or, the coaches that are in there, just like we've been taking turns posting, which I think helps, like taking turns sending an email and stuff. Yeah, that's a good idea. And what was I going to say? I can't remember now, but no, I like that. That makes more sense now. Like explaining it that way. Yeah. Oh, I know what I was going to say. She said in that video that she had a YouTube video that she made that she sent out to her challengers to show them everything that you could do with the app. But she said she was going to make a new one. So I was thinking about including that in my welcome email and stuff, is to have them watch that so then they can see everything that they can do with the app besides just track and basically just track their workout and stuff. Like she had a place where you could show where you could post something different, or you could see the news feed. And I've been trying to, in some of those posts, I've been trying to tag my challengers in there So then that way they get a notification that they've been tagged. So then they kind of see that stuff too when they comment on it. General weekly emails.
I think that's a really good idea because I have a meeting with one of my challengers like tomorrow to show her how to use the app because she's not a teenager. So, but I think that's a good idea because she has no idea otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like, because I went through there, and if you just add your photo and your Shakeology, like, you don't know there's a newsfeed unless you actually click on it. Like, you don't know. I don't know. Like, you probably don't even know people are commenting on other people's stuff because you only get a notification if, like, a coach posts and if someone posts on, like, your picture. Mm-hmm. And, like, so they probably don't even know. I mean, some of them do, obviously, but some of them probably seriously never even see anyone else's picture because I had a few girls that weren't sliding the thing over, so you can't see their photos. So I was like logging in. I'm like, oh my god, seriously, like she's not posting and stuff. But she told me
that was me.
So like I messaged her and I was like, hey, like, and so I went and checked, and she was just like, oh, I just have to slide the thing. And I was like, you know, I showed it to her and stuff, and she's like, oh, okay. And like every day she's been posting now.
Yeah.
I will include the like how to download it and stuff and like what it is, but that's about it. Like that's that quick video I send them. But
I'm gonna creep on her YouTube really quick and see. I'm gonna YouTube it. Shelly Holmes. Oh, there we go.
But I just think that like I don't know. I feel like if it's kind of hard because I know you can put a ton of stuff into like a challenge group, but you know, like revamping like the welcome email to be more geared towards like the tracker app and saying like, you know, like putting things in there like, you know, logging every day and whatever else and using like the group news feed and like trying to like revamp that part of it to try to like add more into the tracker app. And I don't know, because like she was mentioning like this is a group, if you have a question, ask it. Like we have maybe 2 people that have ever asked a question in there, you know, and yeah, they probably reach out to their coach, but at the same time, like if I was like, hey, you know, should I use 2 eggs or 2.5 if I'm making this or whatever, and just posting that in there for people to see. So like trying to tell them it's like Facebook, like a news feed, you know, but I don't know.
I just found her video. It's 17 minutes long. But I mean,
it's probably worth it too.
She's awesome though. Like I could probably listen to her all day. Yeah, and she goes through and like shows you everything. Yeah, I'm just like skimming through it. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay. I'll share that in the team page, that link for it. Yeah, and I had so many notes from that call from her that I watched, and they're at school. So
yeah. I had like 3 pages.
That was good. It was a good call. Trying to think of what else. She was one too that just talked about like just building relationships and how important that is. And
I remember. The people who like work out the most like that week doing a leaderboard for,
yeah. Like
I thought that was amazing. Like just, you know, like going through and like even if you do, you know, one for your own challengers, you know, or something, or do like a shout out like Kylie, you know, is the challenger of the week or something. She showed up every single day, and all you have to do is log in and see who's logged every single day for 5 days, you know, or something. But I don't know, I just thought that was kind of cool because, you know, she was like, yeah, people love it when you say like, hey, I love your shirt. Cause then like the whole day you're like, yeah, I have a sweet shirt on, you know, and stuff. And I just figured that's kind of like the same thing. Like I thought, I don't know.
Well, and I think even if we start doing that, like even highlighting them in that group too, you know, just saying like, hey, this, because I mean, we share our victories and stuff, and we don't really think anything of it, but they don't always do that as much, you know, like the really confident ones do, but just to take some of them and just shout to in the team page and stuff, and then as well as on your Facebook page and stuff.
because then like every Friday we would have that as a post too to share. And like even if it wasn't like our own challenger too, I mean, would be really cool just to like, you know, be like, hey, this is our Rockstar Challenger of the Week in our group. Like just to get people to be like, well, what's that? I want to, you know more about that part. But like we could even like, you know, kind of like how they do for like sports when you nominate like first team, you know, and stuff. Like people are all like, here's a person I thought absolutely rocked it. And like maybe we all have the same person. Like we all voted on the same person. Or,
that's a good idea.
Maybe we have like every coach just picks a person that they think was awesome for the week, you know, whether it's your challenger or it's not, you know, like, because I know like for first team and stuff like for sports, like you don't pick your own people, you know, you nominate everybody else, you know, and like when you pick a leader for your team, like you vote for yourself, you know, you vote for someone else.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. I like that.
And maybe, I don't know, instead of like challenger of the week, we could come up with something that ties into us instead. So when we post it, you know, it's not just challenger of the week. It's, I don't know. I have to think of something.
Put you on that because your brain is a lot less mushy than mine. Like I think of like Rockstar comes to my mind, but like something like that, you know, like Rockstar of the Week or
even like, I feel like something with everybody that like continually posts every single day, just like doing that every week too. Cause like, I don't know, I don't want to like accidentally feel like somebody's felt left out if they had like a really crappy week and then the next week they posted every single day and like kicked butt, but like, you know.
But I think part of it too is there's so many people that just, and I mean, and not everybody's going to be outgoing. And this is part of us too, like not really encouraging like participation in the group, but there's so many people that just comment, like post their picture and then say like, 20 or like upper fix done, like, or don't even say done. Like, so to me, that's like, I want to shout out those people that like tell us about their workout. Like, I didn't want to work out today. It sucks, but I did it. And like, you know what I'm saying? Like to try and bring, and that's on us too, because we haven't really been encouraging discussion and talking and that kind of thing. But you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. What if we did like every coach voted and I don't know, if there's a tie, there's a tie. If there's not, you know, we could have more than one person.
Oh yeah.
But
well, and especially when we get to the health bet, there's probably going to be like a ton of people in there. So we might have 3 challengers of the week. Like, you know, and I think that's okay. Like to have 3 of them in a week.
Yeah. Or you could do like a random thing during the week. Like, you know, if someone is posting every single day, like a consistency like thing or something and just putting like consistency queen or whatever and like taking their photo and putting like a crown on them, like joking around and put it in the group, you know, or something just to like,
or even like at the end of the month or like the end of the challenge, somebody that posted every single day, if anybody does consistently and like rocks the entire thing, I would say something cool to them too. Yeah. So that's hard to go 4 weeks straight, not gonna lie.
Yeah. And for
did you sorry, I was just trying to she has like 40 days for her challenge groups. Did you like so they do like the pre-week, they do the 21 days and then they do a week of like, okay, what the hell are you gonna do now?
Yeah. I don't know.
And she said she runs hers like the first and the third, kind of like what we used to do. But I feel like if it's 40 days, that's going to end up being like 3 challenge groups, maybe 4, like if it's towards the end.
Right.
So that could be a lot of challenge groups. But I kind of like the pre-week and then the 21 days, you know, because it does add up to 30 or whatever. But the only thing is like more of the programs are actually 30 days. So it would be nice to have a pre-week plus the 30 days, you know, which is maybe where she's getting her 40 days from.
Right.
Just adding.
Because Country Heat, Core de Force, like even Hammer and Chisel, 60 days, you know, like. I think really more so what matters is like just when you want to start and end. Like to me, I don't think it really matters, and it shouldn't matter. Like if I'm doing 21 day fix, so I'm on day 21, but we still have 5 days in the group. To me, if I'm somebody that's dedicated, I'm not going to sit there and be like, oh crap, now I have 9 days. What am I going to do? You know, like you're going to keep going. So I think maybe the focus more so should be like, is it 30 days? Is it 21 days? Is it 40 days? But okay, we're going to start it on December 26th and it's ending February 5th. Like that's what we're going to do. You know what I mean? Because,
okay, so every time we talk, we always talk about an alum group, but we never like open one up. She does hers on Facebook and then just like posts randomly, like doesn't post every single day.
mm-hmm.
I don't know if there was like a way we could just open an alum group on the Tracker app and just post like, have somebody pick a week and just post like 7 motivational quotes or something. Yeah. And
I think we need to. I really do.
Because, I mean, you have alum, which is good, but the only thing is if they're not going to end up coaching or they don't ever want to coach or, I don't know, it's just kind of like, yeah, I would love to help you. Like, that's why I'm here. It's just that takes a lot of your time too, you know, like for them to continuously, you know, and if sometimes like people go inactive, you know, like even if it's for a month, like I feel awful like not putting them in the next challenge group, but at the same time, like, where I'm at personally, I can't like add in a bunch of like random people,
yep.
You know, because you take time to like message them and stuff. And
I think we need to open it and have it and like open it now. And when the 26th rolls around, put those people in that alum group.
Because I feel like that, I mean, they would still be in the running for the health bet, wouldn't they? Since they're in a tracker group and stuff.
Yeah, if they're posting. Yeah. Because I have a gal, I sent out my newsletter and I said that I had a group that was starting the 5th, but I ended up not really having anybody new, so I didn't join the group. And this gal is like inactive. Shakeology makes her want to vomit. Like she just can't have it. And blah, blah, blah. And then she got all pissy because I told her I didn't have a group starting until the 26th. And she, like, got all pissy. And she's like, if you're just blowing me off because I'm not buying Shakeology, just let me know. And I'm like, okay, well, first of all, like, you're not. So you're not. And second, you know, or whatever. So, like, that would be, for me, that would be a person I'd throw in there. Because she'd post every day. And she wants to. And that's awesome. But, yeah, I'm sorry, but it's a waste of my time because you're not doing me, my business, any good, you know? So that's that's horrible to say, but
yeah.
So I think, and especially with like the new year and the health bet and everything, we're going to have so many new challengers anyways. I think we need to have a separate group to really focus on them. And then, have that alumni group. And because what did she say? She has them in there once or twice, 2 challenge groups, and then they go to her alumni.
Mm-hmm.
Was it 2? Twice?
Yeah, it was twice because like the first time is like kind of a get your feet wet. Second time you go through and, you know, by the third time, if they don't want to coach or whatever, like, you know, if you want to coach or not, you know, or have an idea, like if you're like, well, you know, maybe not right now, like you have an idea when you would possibly want to if you're interested. Yeah. You know, and you said, you know, even if they're in the group, like they can still keep other people accountable, which, you know, could still spark like coaching down the road and stuff, but.
Right. No, let's open that up and get that going. And then on the 26th or the 2nd, wherever you're at, you know, you decide, you know, for this time where you want to add people. But yeah, for those of my people that I have that have been in 2 groups, I'll probably put them in there.
And I mean, that would be a good group for people who like are just doing the DVDs or something.
Yeah.
You know, because then you don't have to necessarily like check in with them twice a week or whatever. You can just say like, hey, how's the group going? You know, and if you post, she said like she doesn't even check in there herself, but like if you would even just take the 5 seconds, you know, and post in there too, you know, that's a possibility or whatever. But
yeah. And if we just have like some motivational quotes or and that's what's nice with the challenge tracker is that you can copy old posts from other groups too. So
and schedule them and
yeah, because I'm pretty sure Danielle Natoni has her alumni group on the tracker app, and she just keeps like before it ends, she just keeps extending it. So
yeah, I think if we do that and put it in as far as we can for like days, and then just everybody pick a week and like post, or when you think of it, go in and schedule
yep
some posts and stuff.
And I would feel like in the alumni group, you wouldn't feel like that might be a group, and correct me if you think different, but this might be a group where it's okay to go in and just comment on your challenger stuff, your people stuff.
Yeah.
And then like, I would go through and like them all because it takes
5 seconds.
Like it, but I would think that in this group it would be okay just to go in to your challengers and comment and not feel like you have to comment on everybody's.
Oh yeah.
And like not comment on the other coaches' stuff. I mean,
yeah, I was kind of thinking about that. Like, okay, so I know that when you guys like and comment on my stuff, like it does like boost me and it boosts how I feel and stuff, but I don't know, because I was like, what if we spent more time commenting on our challenge? I know it doesn't take that long, and I know I'm making it a bigger deal, but like some days, like some nights, it's just like I see you 3 times, and it's like like the same thing every 3 times. Like, can I say something else? But I just didn't know if like there was some way or something, like if we just liked coaching posts and then commented on the challengers, and like, because now I'm getting back to the same thing of saying like, great job, way to go, awesome, because I just don't have time, because I have 3 groups open and there's so many freaking people in there and so many coaches and stuff too that it's, I don't know.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I've noticed though, like I'm only in one group right now, and it's easier for me to comment on the coaching post because I only see it once. Like for a while there, like when I was in 3 groups and like I'd see your picture like 3 times, and I'd be like, okay, well I just said this, like now I got to come up with something different and stuff.
Yeah.
I still think like on the coaching post it's good because I guess I don't know if the other challengers see that, but see that we all support each other too. I don't know. But I get what you're saying though too. Like I would say put definitely more effort into the challengers posts, and then like when it comes to the coaching, just like good job or you rock, or I don't know. You know what I mean? Or like, yeah, or just like them. I mean, you don't have to comment on them, I guess. I mean, if you have time, you do. If you don't.
Like, I know it sounds awful because we're all part of the same team. It's just like, it kind of like, it's like, it's hard because sometimes it's, like you see all of my coaches 4 times or something or whatever. And I don't know. I'm just trying to, after I watched the call, I just felt like my challenge group that I have going or whatever, like not on anyone else, but I just thought that they sucked because she was just like, oh my God, a challenge group, like blah. And I was just like, people are like, oh, what's that?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm missing like that, holy crap, it's a challenge group thing. And so I don't know.
I can feel though, like right now only having me being in one group and having all my challengers in one group, I feel like it's going better for me and my challengers just being in one group, so hopefully like have the big health bet group, have one group at the end of January. Like hopefully if we can really narrow those down and get like one good group going. Cause like, yeah, I'm not in your December 5th group right now. I'm just in the mission maintain. And so it's easy. Like that's the only thing I have to focus on. And I can keep better track of my challengers too. It's not like I have 10 million in different groups and stuff too. So I know for me, like that makes a difference, but yeah, I know you still have 2 or 3 going right now. And that does make it really hard. Oh my gosh. Okay. One thing, I can't remember if she said this on the call too. If I had my notes, I could tell you, but I tried to do it on Saturday, and then I realized that you had a post scheduled for Sunday that was pretty much the same thing. but I remember at Summit too, like Tanya and I think Tanya talked about it, like doing a Saturday check-in, like I don't remember how she called it, but like Saturday check-in, like what's something that you did this week that was awesome or that you're proud of or like whatever. I don't know. I kind of liked that, just trying to get them to reflect on their week. So I don't know if we want to do that on Saturday or Sunday. Sunday might be a better day because it's like.
I think it was like Sunday check-in or something.
Yeah.
A weigh-in or like
oh, yeah. Actually.
Saturday or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, Stat Saturday. That's it. Actually, I'm in my Summit notebook right now. I could probably look. And then there was other things I was thinking like, and I know we tried to do this a while back but, you know, like Flex Friday, we used to have like where everybody would take their selfie on Friday was them flexing. Like Tuesday was Tone Down Tuesday or like Tasty Tuesday, like post a recipe. You know, like we used to have all those kind of days too. And like, I don't know, we just kind of stopped doing them, but kind of miss those too.
That's what I mean. Like, I feel like, I don't know. It was harder before, like when you had to post and stuff because you couldn't schedule, you know, like there's different things like that. And like now that it's like adding and stuff, it's so much nicer to just like, you know, Andrea logs on and does a whole week and then I do the whole next week and stuff. And you don't have to worry about it. And then now that we have the post library, like posting isn't the problem. Posting used to be the problem. Like,
yeah. Right.
You know. And now I feel like we can spend more time on like, you know, those fun things. Like there was one that is like on a Saturday where it's like tag somebody and cheer them on or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Like that goes over so well because people are like, oh, this is fun. But
or tag somebody that's doing awesome or has shown up this week. Yeah.
I just think that like we as coaches too, like have to do a good job at commenting on the actual coach post for the day.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like I never do. I scroll right by it. Because I was like, well, because, okay, they say like if something's failing, if something's not going well, like look to yourself first. I'm not making like good quality like comments on people's posts because honestly, I'm talking to them on my phone. And so like with my challengers, it's like, I don't know, I'm checking to see if they're in there. And then I'm not doing anything with the coach post. So if you say like, are you ready to rock this week? Like, I don't even look at it because I'm just so focused on, you know, it's like almost ruining like the challenge group and I'm doing that personally. And so like, that's something that I'm like, holy crap, I need to like, you know, fix that part of it. Like, yeah, I show up every day and I might comment, but if like, I just say, great job, Andrea, she's like, thanks, you know, as opposed to like, oh my God, I love your tank. Where did you get it? Like, holy crap, she actually cares, you know, or something. And so I just felt like if we tried to like tie it in and just say like, you know, Kylie has worked out every single day this week, congratulations. Or if like Shannon turns to be a new coach, you know, and say like, welcome Shannon, she's now a new coach. Like, why can we not share that in there? You know, like just to like boost and be like, oh, she's a new coach. Like she was rocking the challenge group. So am I, type of thing.
Yeah.
And I mean, she mentioned about putting in different posts about coaching and I'm still not 100% there just because I do like that personal aspect of it, but just throwing in like, you know, like she said about your posts, like, oh, I was so tired, you know, from last night of staying up on some coaching calls and, you know, catching up with people, but I worked out this morning anyway, you know, like tying in coaching to your challenge group post, I thought was awesome because in the morning, I'll be honest, I literally do like MMA speed, core kinetics, and like, that's all I do.
One time, I don't remember where it was, but a video or something I watched was saying how like when we post, it should be more of like talking about like the workout, you know, like,
yeah.
Because to be honest, like, yeah, I obviously have not been doing Core de Force. And so like when you guys say that and then like I read the comments and they're like, oh, blah, 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 like this sucked, this is hard. And I'm like, oh, like I want to know what that is, you know? So like, yeah, you know, like, or the core kinetics, it's like, you know, like just talking more about it too. So like, if I read it, because me, you know, I haven't done it, but if I read your stuff, then I'd be like, that makes me want to try it, you know, or like, oh, sweet, I got 3,000 steps in from Country Heat. Like, that's awesome. Like, that's a cool way to start. You know what I mean? Just like,
or like, yeah, when people post about like their Recover and stuff, I had a girl that was like, what's Recover and why do you always post about it? And I was like, oh shit, like I should be like saying, I'm so glad I have my Recover because my muscles are so sore and this makes it, you know, like trying to like almost do like a post like through the challenge group.
Right.
You know?
Like same with Shakeology too, you know, like talking about, and I'm really bad at that too. I've been trying to like post my recipe more, or like, yeah, like last week when I was super tired, I think I tried to say like, this is the only thing that is saving my day, or what, you know, just like things like that. Yeah. I found my notes from Tanya from their talk, and they were obviously talking about Country Heat because that was right when it was coming out. But yeah, they did Statter Day, where you either like post your reps, like if you increased your reps, something with the scale, something with your clothes, measurements, that kind of thing. Just encourage like accountability, having those stats, encouraging photos and videos, sharing daily. And then one of the things I liked that they talked about too, and granted this was when they were doing like an exclusive Country Heat group or whatever, but like they would do the night before like a post, like right at like now they'd have a post come up that would say like, hey, tomorrow is this workout, like who's ready, who's got their clothes out, who's doing what. And then the morning of was the daily motivation challenge group post. Yeah, I'm just kind of looking through. Oh, and then they did different like challenges too, like no sugar over the weekend. Who wants to join me? Like who wants to do it with me? Random planks or squats. But I think if we show them that video of where they can see all that stuff, then people will get more engaged. Because I know we've tried this stuff before, and it seems like nobody's. But because if they don't know where to look, then
yeah,
you know, yeah. But and even what if we, rather than like assigning a week, like I have this week, Megan, you have next week. What if we, since there's probably around 7-ish of us, probably more than that, we could double up. What if we each have a day? Like Monday's my day where I'm going to post a little challenge, and you know what I mean? Like rather than say a week where I'm in charge of posting, like maybe Monday night, like that's my night where I'm going to post a picture of my clothes, and I'm going to say, hey, I'm getting up at 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. How about everybody else? Anybody else joining me at 5 tomorrow morning? And then Tuesday night is Megan. And she's, you know, you don't have to do that, but you say, hey, I want you to do a minute plank before you go to bed tonight. Who's in? Who's going to do it? You know what I mean? Or at noon, you post your recipe or post a recipe or something like that. What if we did that? Like each had a day to focus on rather than a week.
Yeah.
And then like every Monday is my day. So I'm going to try and think of something motivational to post. I'm going to think of something. And we can still do like the daily post like week by week, because that's easy, especially with being able to schedule it. But what if we just each have a day, like Shannon's Sunday, I'm Monday, you're Tuesday, Andrea's Wednesday, like, you know, and then I know I'm going to come up with a fun little challenge. I'm going to come up with something engaging so that people are commenting, you know, something like that.
I like that idea.
Because then I feel like that keeps us all more accountable too. Because I know I'm guilty of it, you know, like if it's Megan's week to post, well, Megan's got it. That means I can kind of like, you know, And then, oh shit, it's my week. Okay, I got to be focused. I got to make sure the post is up. I got to make sure people are, you know. So that's just a thought too. It's going to take all of us though. You know, that's the thing. It's going to take everybody. So, all right. So I got a lot of notes, but let's backtrack a little bit, or not backtrack, but kind of wrap this up. You think we'd start implementing some of this stuff, like the weekly emails, all that kind of stuff for the 26th group? Because like right now we're kind of in between, but we could start assigning each other a day right now to start implementing some of that stuff. But like the Challenger Spotlight, if we want to kick some of that stuff off with that at the beginning of the year. And like Megan, you and I can kind of brainstorm back and forth too, and like kind of come up with like a file or like a way to track this, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like kind of write it out and stuff, and then set up the alumni group. Yeah. Thoughts on that?
I would say try to.
You say what?
I would say like try to implement it and start like moving it on.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay,
Cause
so
see, like I'm still learning all this, so it's just
I think, okay, so if we do like December 6th, 26th or whatever, I mean, that group is really going to be on us because it's over the holidays. People are not going to show up. People are not going to be there. We have to be there, like showing up no matter what. And if we do challenges, if we do all these fun things and stuff, like, you know, maybe more people are going to be like, oh my God, like I totally want to do that. Or, you know, just different things like that. And then with the alum group, you know, like if you have time, post in there. If you have more time, comment on your challengers, you know, and stuff like that. And, you know, maybe explain to people too, like, I don't know, like it's an alum group, like feel free to motivate other people. Feel free to post anything, you know, if you want to help post, let me know or something. I'm just not quite there, you know, like with some of my coaches to like let them post because like, yeah, they can figure it out and stuff. It's just that a lot of mine are still, you know, kind of newer, whatever. And I'm trying to build like, what the heck is a challenge group? Like, you know, and so I'm okay with, you know, posting and stuff, but I just feel like, you know, if we do like the 7 days, like every single Monday, like, you know, you can find something completely awesome that has to do with Monday to like rock somebody's day, and like to get extra posts and stuff that like a motivational Monday, or at night having a motivation into Tuesday because Tuesdays suck, or, you know, just something like that I think would really add into like just picking a day and that's like your day.
Yeah, definitely. And, you know, one other thing too, I thought of when you were talking about the alumni group is, let's say like we throw all the alumni in there, and then all of a sudden like one of my challengers is like posting every day, and I notice that she's commenting on other people's stuff. That's the time where you reach out and you say, hey, like, do you want to take a crack at like posting this week, like sharing some motivational stuff, like, you know, sharing any of your recipes and stuff, and kind of like give them the coaching nudge like in another direction. You know, if it's something you've talked about with them and they're not doing anything, you know, that's another option too in terms of that alumni group of seeing. And who knows, like maybe their engagement will soar in a different way, and that would be a good thing for like those people too that always want to be in the group and like never post, or, you know, they're just there. But
yeah, I agree.
So, okay, well, I have these good notes. I'll kind of do like a brain dump later, try to organize these, figure out, and I definitely think like throw a lot of these in for the health vet group for sure. But let's just go through like, and I'm going to post in the team page, like if somebody wants to sign up for days to like be responsible for, like to do the motivation, to do a recipe, to do whatever. And then let's just start that from here on out. Like you pick a day, and if there's more than one person, like that's fine. Like we probably have 14 people. Like it wouldn't be horrible to have, 2 people posting on Tuesday and 2 people doing stuff on Wednesday. Like that's not a big deal at all. So I think definitely do that, and think about a day that works well for you. Like if like Tuesdays are hard because of the team call, like, that's going to be a struggle. Like Tuesdays would probably not be a night for me to sign up for because I have so much else that's going on. But like, Thursdays are pretty dead for me. So there we go. There's a good day that I could sign up or whatever, look at your schedule. And I can even volunteer to take the weekend too, because I know the weekend is a hard time too, and stuff to make sure that you're staying on track. And even just the flipping like, hey, 10 ounces of chug. Like, when's the last time somebody told me to chug my water? Like we used to do that.
Honestly, like if you like, let's say you pick Saturday, like you could schedule all of your stuff for Saturday, like on Monday. So it doesn't really, you can't be busy, you know what I mean? Like you could do everything tonight. Like I could take 10 different pictures and like post them on there or whatever. But I think like how many posts do you think?
Well, I don't think you want it to be like, holy crap, Kylie, like back off the posting. Like but
no, I mean like
2 or 3.
Okay.
It depends. I think if
they're still doing the daily post or whatever.
I would say 2. I would say like 1 at like noon-ish.
And like supper-ish.
And like 1 at like now, or like between 7 and 9. That's what I would say. Because you think about it too, like I know for me, I don't get on the app until like probably once in the morning and once at night. So even if there is a post at noon, I probably wouldn't see it until like 7 at night, So
okay. Yeah, I don't really care what day.
Okay. Well, I'll do a post in the team page right now as soon as I set this off, and then just kind of go from there. And I know a lot of people won't comment or have any idea what we're talking about till they see the recording, but I'll post something tonight after I lay my clothes out. Is that okay, Carver? Or is that not Carver? Oh. So, I'll post something tonight, and then if one of you guys wants to tackle tomorrow, since nobody else will really know what's going on.
I definitely got it, because I'm done with school.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so Andrea's got tomorrow.
Do you want me to do both of them tomorrow?
Yeah, I would say post
are we doing
at noon, and then, post something tomorrow night. I would say, just go with your gut, but I would try and do something that's something motivational or something encouraging or a recipe or something, and then some kind of check-in that gets them engaged, something that's, wouldn't you agree, something that's useful to them, but then something that's getting them involved and getting them engaged.
Sounds good.
Okay. Awesome. All right. I'm really mad I forgot my notebook, and I probably forgot some things I wanted to talk about, but that's all right. That's okay. So, all right. Well, I am going to stop